team. Now, one thing about Ike Chazanov, better known as Chaz, is he had access to the Holy Grail. He's always looked young, God bless him. Man lived to 120. Well, he's turning back the clock, and he went with Lethal Weapon. He did call Ike Navarro, from what I heard, in Eddie Elbaz.
No, he did not.
He did not. He did not give. Did not give.
He did not
No,
call.
I own the rights. Let's get that straight. It was my
Well,
name.
Sam said he owns the rights.
I own the rights.
I bought the league. I own the rights.
Let's go back a little bit. Lethal Weapon was your name?
Yes.
It was your name. You're a Mel Gibson. You're a Mel Gibson fan.
Pick names.
Ike Mavora did call me a couple weeks ago to ask me what name the team.
Chaz his name.
Guys, Ike did call me a couple of weeks ago to ask me what he should name the team this year. So,
Okay, I heard Jason Sultan was a huge Danny Glover fan, and that's why I was.
But I could take the phrase on both.
Yeah, I was about to say.
even then you would throw?
That's great.
Even then you would throw?
No, then Ike. That was before MSB.
Yes, that was definitely.
But now he brought the name
It might be
back.
before I was born, by the way.
Alright, cool. So we are back with the name Lethal Weapon, and Chaz played a great shortstop his last time out. Now you were a center fielder, from what I remember as a kid.
I played with him in
And
center.
again, I'm 41,
With
you're
all due
50.
respect, I played left because I can move up then.
On center. Okay, I watched you play a little center as well at night.
Once he left,
Once he got out of his shadow.
Right, okay, that's fine, that's not a problem. Now, Chaz taking the helm took Yaakov Surya first.
Right. No.
I traded up to get.
Traded to get Yaakov
Yes.
Surya.
And I think he jumped
Yes.
Elliot Mann.
Right.
Okay.
Well, initially the way it went down.
From the
Elliot
outside
made the move
going in,
first.
from what I knew,
then
Elliot
you
made
jumped.
the trade wanting to get Yaakov.
So now, we know Yaakov won the last time out in this league on the mound.
Time out. Yaakov, please stand up for us on the camera.
I think,
And stand in the front. We all have to see this getup because this is ridiculous.
I just lost 8 pounds, okay?
It's not about it. It's not about it. You're wearing sweatpants and a button down, and you're wearing.
You changing?
And how many Hamas did you have?
Did Uber come while you were training?
8 pounds. Got
By the way,
ready.
you're wearing like Hasidic sock legging things
Yeah,
under there.
Yeah.
We all need the help. I need to know how you lost the weight because we all need to do it. But Yaakov,
So no, Chad, take us through that picture. Take us
you
through
had a
that pic.
six-pack of beer.
One minute, I want Chad to take us through the pick of why Yaakov over Joe.
Okay.
Joe's over here in the audience. I know in the peanut gallery. He's right now mouthing off.
Well, there's a difference of you want a
No,
picture,
again,
you
when
want
I
to
moved up, it was with no intention because I didn't know who DT was taking. But I knew who I'd end up with, either Steven or it would have been Yaakov. When he took Steven, there was no other choice.
So Menachem Danitzstein was out of the question.
I was initially thinking I was going to get him at 4, but once I moved up to 2, I think I moved Dynasty not only because of Yaakov.
So Joe S was never on your
Never in the
radar.
Although Menachem happened to have a bad throw in his left foot.
Right, so he was never on your radar.
I wanted the pitcher because I saw at the time the thinness of what the pitcher was. You know, I knew if
You lock in your choice.
Have you played with him ever?
I played against him.
You saw me win the championship with him.
So you know what?
The
Let's
finals? That was the finals? That was.
No, we knocked it out though, no?
Twice in the playoffs.
so you're confident. Your center fielder you got later. I think it's Isaac Sasson.
Right. Now, well, let me go take it a step further. So the luxury I had was that whatever I didn't get, I was going to go play that position. So if I didn't
You're
get,
willing to go to the outfield
oh, absolutely.
at 50 years old.
Absolutely.
You're 50 now.
You're 50?
I mean, last time out on Major League, you played
How am I doing
infield.
wrong?
I
Look like I'm
told you.
19
Wait, last time out. One second. Last time out.
Maybe he doesn't drink.
One second, boys. Last time out on Major League, you
I
only
won
played.
Gold Glove and right in the night.
Hey, tell. One second.
Don't you wait? Don't you have a son?
Last time out on Major League,
Chaz.
Chaz.
Am I
My
wrong?
younger brother had
Played
it.
all over the place.
No, he only played the
Oh,
infield,
how is your brother?
and he actually refused to.
Play center field. In and out.
Last time out on Major League, Chaz, you only played the infield, and you said your hamstring was bad and you wouldn't go to the outfield.
What's that?
On Major League, you would not leave the infield, so I'm shocked you're telling me right now you were going to go to the outfield.
Well, it worked out that he's on the outfield. So.
I would have played anywhere.
And that team you had, Elliot Mann, very good team.
That's a great advantage to have.
Yaakov,
Yeah, no,
what is your
versatility. So now, I'm going to go through this draft right now real quick.
No.
I got a question for you, and I think you, and he's going to get mad at me right now. I think you draft Zool a bit high based on previous
Very
drafts.
high, and the fact that the guy hasn't played in
Right,
4
that's what I'm
years.
saying. He didn't play in 4 years.
Well, I spoke to him first. I liked his attitude. He said he was excited.
He always thinks he's a first rounder.
No. He knew he
Well,
was.
you're aware of his drought.
Huh?
24 years, right?
I can have the early batting a 500, a career
It was funny
500.
because I actually watched the video when we beat him. We had Vitesh against A.B. Cohen. I watched that video last night.
Yeah.
He had a lot of near misses.
And you think he's gonna be good in left field?
I wanted the leadership in the outfield. I didn't want to have a bunch of youngsters out there and no one running that outfield.
I will say he's great.
Even
It's
if I
funny.
put him, even if I
He's
put him
always got
right
something
before
funny to
he
Listen, I'm
goes
looking
out,
at your
I want
outfield,
that guy
Chaz.
out there.
I think your outfield's a little thin. You need Morris Estes
Are
to
you
maybe
saying
be a
Kluber's
player.
a little thin?
Very possible. And Akiva Madnik at first base, but you have Koob,
Right.
one of the most electrifying rookies. He's the
I
MVP of the
saw
minors.
video footage today that you didn't have. Blow me away.
So I want Chaz.
Cube's on first and who's on second?
Koob's on first. Chaz, tell the camera about what you know about Kube
Oh, you saw Poop today?
He sent me a video.
Oh, the videos, yes.
of Israel.
I'm still waiting for the ball for that.
Anybody
We are
that
very
can,
high
anybody
on-
that can have that as a nickname, I would stay away from, just because.
If you could have that name in play, like.
That's
Like
true.
at least have a nickname of Chef, you know?
And now on Morris Casson, this is a team, a lot of youth. Mark Bassano, from what I hear, he's an up and coming rising star.
Good.
Yeah.
Who's that third baseman? Yeah,
There's a lot of youth.
Where did he take him? 11.
Early.
Third base, right?
Early. That kid's a back end first round player.
It was either Mark
He's
Richter
phenomenal.
We talked about Zul's experience and all
He could have
that.
taken that time.
How do you think Chaz, again, who's
Yeah,
Wait,
I don't
wait, time out.
I would have drafted a split player.
Wait, they're
And
saying,
worst brother-in-law
they're saying that
award
who
goes
else
to
would you
Yaakov.
take at 11? You wouldn't take a center fielder over a third
I would have
baseman?
drafted a split player in the 8th round.
One player, yes.
I mean,
And also,
I
Yaakov,
don't
his
blame him.
brother-in-law was not town, and he wanted no part of it.
I would have drafted, if it was one player, I would have drafted.
So again.
I'm not drafting a
we didn't like that idea. We didn't like that
Understood.
idea.
I don't know one
Split
getting
player,
next
no.
week. I don't want.
I agree.
I actually like that. Now, Morris Casson. Chaz has an interesting job here. He has a fire he's going to have to put out every single week at a certain point in a Yaakov Saruya. And Yaakov will, so you got to warn maybe the umpires or keep people and little
Who else
kids
is
away.
left? Who else is
And
left?
then he's got young children.
He's on probation already.
Some of the players on this team, parents might not let their kids watch rated R movies. And we have Yaakov here. Morris, how do you think Chaz is supposed to approach this?
I think Chaz is gonna handle this. The team is it seems like absolutely one of the most chaotic teams I've ever seen in my life, between Zul and Madnik is another guy in
He's
the
a good ball
back.
player. He's a good ball player.
He's good. He's a gas case.
Oh, Mo, just wait till you get to my
We have
And then there's Yaakov. And then there's a kid
By the
named
way,
Hugh.
Yaakov, I'm gonna tell you from now, if you don't get a strike and you do something,
But I'll tell you
Zul
this.
is more straightforward than Seba.
I'm good friends with you.
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this much.
You didn't even
I
know his
think
name was
this is a
Zul
team
on the draft board.
that
Because I'm
doesn't
looking
need
for
much.
Zul.
That
At
won't need
least I'm looking for Zul.
Zul.
That's I've seen it before like that.
I think this is a well constructed team. I really do.
I don't know the
I like
This is the
the
best team in the
infield.
draft.
Isaac Sasson is a phenomenal outfielder.
Before Ray interjects,
This is the best team in the draft. I got John Moser and Marciano. First base, I got Marciano. At second base, I got Moseri and David Dwight. I have versatility all throughout the.
Everyone.
he mentioned
If you
a
have
few
a
names.
backup pitcher, you're asking for a friend.
Moseri's a kid rookie.
There's a few names here that I like as regarding winners. There's a few players. I remember when I came in through the YMSL when I started. There's a player by the name of Leon Sakau. He's a catcher. He found his way in the World Series, winning I don't know how many times. There's Mazel. There's something there. Okay, Steven Batesh is another one. David Coney always is there. I feel like he's there. David Dwight's in the league for 3-4 years, and I think he's in the finals every year he's in the league. So there's some good glue, David.
Who's Jack Moseri?
And you have Chaz. So that's something I like they drafted late. Ray can interject on the team because he knows more about these players than I do.
So yeah, so I when I look at this team,
Guys,
when I looked at this team, I thought right away, awesome top half of the draft. I love Yaakov. I love Mark Barsano. He gave us fits in the.
You don't have to lie because he's here. Do you really love him, Yaakov?
You've been saying bad, so whatever he says is credit.
I
You didn't say
think
bad.
Maddox a really good player. Chaz.
I love Maddox.
I won with these guys. Zul, I think Zul has upside. He also could be not where you drafted him because he hasn't played in a while and he's
Again,
not playing.
across the board.
So we'll see.
He's a career 500 hitter.
After that pick,
The question I have is the bottom.
He's also career
I'll name
number
you
one.
15 players that went before him that don't even pick up a bat.
You say
So don't start
We
with
know
Zool.
you like the team. We know you like.
Why are you guys saying on Zool when he was going to Stephen Gindley on the
My only
wraparound, and he's a
hesitation-
career 500 hitter?
My only hesitation on Zool is that he has not played in 3 or 4. No, not 2. In
He
3
played 2 years
years.
ago.
Not 2 years
He
ago.
played the year
He
we
wasn't
won.
in 2 years ago. 2 years ago was the last year of the
3 years
league.
ago, okay.
So 3 years,
But
it's a
he's
big
playing
time.
basketball, but
And
he's in
he's not
shape.
getting any younger.
He's in shape,
He's definitely in shape, and he definitely knows how to handle
He's
the
a
ball.
hitter. He's a
Zool's
definitely
Zool's gonna come in.
I don't think anyone here is questioning Zool offensively. I think we're questioning him left.
Correct. So Zool,
And I think the last time he played, he was playing right.
Say if I need to go to right field, if you can.
Zool is a veteran, I needed that in the
Zool
outfield.
will definitely give them a 500 on base percentage. He's gonna
If he
get on
can do that,
base.
that's what I think.
And who took him? You or Chaz? Oh,
I have one question.
He's very good friends with him.
If push comes to shove and you need to make a move from shortstop, is there an option? Is there somebody that you can replace and say maybe Sasha needs to move to left?
Could Barsano go to short?
Who moves to center?
I'm thinking.
might be able to do that. Someone might be able to do
I want to hear what Chaz has to say on this, guys.
If Barsano has that capability or not, I don't know. I have that, it's a thought. This kid, I need to see what this guy Jack Moseri is doing.
So Jack Moseri is Joe Greenberg's brother.
I don't think Barsano could play short.
He actually
He's
played.
too big for that.
Wait, Abe, you heard this? Jack
he's always a good
Moseri
player.
is an 18-year-old kid. He's Joe Greenberg's brother-in-law. He played in the minors 2 years ago. He could handle third base, pretty solid. He was 16 then. I don't know what he grew into now, but
Joe
I don't
told me
know.
he's great.
Okay, Joe says everyone's
No, he originally didn't, but you know, we had.
Joe also captained Blue Moon, right?
I know. Where's their ball?
Yeah, you also said Salo Sharabi was an all-star
Exactly.
fielder.
Oh,
Like, I
okay, I
No.
But I will tell you.
But I took him late. No, he was there
I
late.
think he can help you
The
guys.
last thing I would tell you is that I want also Morris Esses. When he first entered the league about 4 years ago, I drafted him as a shortstop. I think he was too young back then. I think 4 years later, I think he has the capability.
Okay, now, we had a lot of fun on Yaakov Sarin's expense.
So can I really give you that
Yes,
breakdown?
let's do the breakdown
Okay,
of,
so again,
Yeah, it's a
Yaakov Sarui goes to the same thing that I'll say about Dan Brook. When it comes to the mush ball versus the gold ball, this is a gold Hazit Tzori. That's not gonna work for you. But when it comes to the mush ball, Yaakov Saruya has enough to do it. I think the major difference is with Yaakov, this league, Yaakov is a serious baseball bat. And when you're talking about, when I'm looking at the other pitchers in this league, I don't see anybody here that Yaakov's not gonna match. I don't see anybody here that's gonna overmatch Yaakov.
Listen, when he went number 2 overall, it's if you just look at the bat
It's
alone,
bat
forget the
alone.
pitching.
It's
Listen,
bat
he was
alone.
already the best.
But pitching for
From a
Yaakov.
pitching end, time out. From a pitching
You may
end,
get the best
from a
hitter.
pitching end, Yaakov Saruya has
You
proven.
really may. And I say that I say with confidence. I've never seen a guy go to line with as much power as
Yes.
Yaakov Saruya.
I'm talking
In my
pitching.
life.
Offensively, he
I
may
know,
be the
put
best
that-
hitter in
I'm
the
saying,
league.
put that
Yes.
aside. He makes a great point with your mush
But
ball.
there's also
together.
but there's also a lot of guys in this league that have never seen Yaakov Saruya. So Yaakov is gonna have his way because he's gonna come in with that sneaky fastball when he needs to. I wish you would throw it a little bit more often. You gotta get rid of your lob, honestly. It's a little
I
zifty.
got
But,
rid of it.
okay, so now there's nothing
With
wrong
the
with
8
that.
pounds, he got rid of it.
I'm winning. Put it this way: I'm winning Cy Young.
Ray, you have anything else to
Batting
project?
title.
Yaakov is on you.
I'm winning the title.
What's the highest average you've had in this league to win back?
Because he loves it.
You might win. You might win triple.
All right, let's give you. All
Right.
right, we went through the team ad nauseum.
So very quick.
Ray has 20
Ray.
seconds.
I'll say this. I love the offense. I think it's a great team. I love the leadership. Chaz is a great captain. I think Yaakov's going to come to play because he always does. The only question I see is I don't like their outfield.
I don't either.
Their center
I
fielder
think they're
never.
coming in
Their
fourth.
center fielder never played center
Yeah,
field.
he has.
Zool,
Yes,
it's not
yes.
true. That I've seen in this league. I played every
We
year.
played with him in the Kahina League, and he actually was not a bad. He can handle some.
I don't think this is.
Isaac's ass.
Let me just finish the
Let
point.
Ray go.
So he's playing center. I think that's a challenge. He can do it. He's good for sure. Shrem or Morris Esses and Wright is the question. Zul should be fine, but we don't know. And Yaakov, I know when he won the championship 2 years ago or 3 years ago, he pitched to his defense. His defense did a great job for him. He did an awesome job. So that's the question. Can he
Really
use
my
that?
shorts
that
out.
makes the question.
And
I noticed in
And
the
that's the
stretch.
question. But I like the team.
I won
So
the
I noticed-
championship on my infield.
So I did
I'm
notice in
giving
the
them
draft.
the wild card game.
I did notice in this draft there are a lot of guys, a lot of teams that
I thank you for that.
Quote unquote,
two shortstops.
I wanna go on one thing here, cause I'm just looking at, why is Barsano 6? This kid's a major bat, isn't
Which one?
he? Barsano, why is he
That's
six?
the real lineup. That's why.
They have a lineup. They have a lineup. David Collect's a very underrated hitter.
It's a lot better.
I've seen him
But
hit
Chad,
lines drives
isn't
over the
Barsano
field.
more of a power hitter than you?
I am,
We're gonna move that. You'll figure it out. For set in stone.
the truth is, I see.
Okay, I say playoff team, no question about
I
it.
think they're gonna come in fourth at the end of the day.
Okay, the
That's it.
playoff team,
That's
we
the
have.
whole five.
All right, thank you very much for coming on, guys. Lethal weapon.
Yeah,
One second, I wanna hear you.